Hi guys, how's it going? This is Eric, and I've been laying out a couple videos trying to draw some pus out of the wound that we call YouTube, and so far so good. And basically, what I'm going to show probably within the next 2 weeks. I'm not in a real big hurry. I will be doing music videos and living my life besides just doing this. I have a life. Um, was talking to a very good friend of mine today, and just listening to this guy Ken, whatever the fuck his name is, Ken 2234, and his friend Rock Christ, who both are very very much indoctrinated. Um, they may be insane. I mean, I would assume they either don't work hard enough to get out of where they're at. They don't. They're the ones that are not meant to see. It's just like they're just not. They're not in the flow, the God-given flow, where He just kind of lets you bump into things. You can say that I have some kind of complex from what I'm saying here, but it's the truth. I literally walk around places and just reach out my hand and I'm in a section about what I'm talking about, but I will literally pull out a book to exactly what I need to see to keep my research flowing. And they're using a lot of words, or it's like, they're using a lot. It's the same with some of the other individuals that I've talked to on here before, that I've shown you before. They're using words that are from other places. I would like to especially point out Genesis to them. In that Genesis, that I've said this from the very beginning, well, not the very beginning. As I got better at this, I started out trying to be Christ-like with everybody, and I still have that same heartfelt message. But at the same time, we are surrounded by insanity, and it only seems to be getting worse. So almost all the religions, all the new religions that you can talk about, which sadly these guys are involved in, and they don't really realize it because they think they've figured something out, but they're mishmashing, they're mixing pieces that don't go together. And not only that, they're not going back far enough to figure out what they're talking about. And they're using research that I can't get into because some of it is not my research. And I don't, unlike some people here, I don't use other people's research. So if you haven't put this stuff out yet and you're willing to share it with me, I will keep it private. I am a man of my word. I'm not going to go out there and use, even though it incorporates, it goes with my work. I'm not going to do that. That's out of respect and love. Just not going to do it. But these guys definitely don't know what they're talking about. And they're mixing a lot of stuff. So a lot of these religions that we can talk about have to do with theories, and they're religious cults based around somebody's ideology through their theories of them getting pieces and putting them together where they don't belong. I mean, it's just the facts of it. Especially if you don't get that Genesis is a lot of different religions. So anyway, he's been on here all day. Look at it. Just look at this guy. And this is a guy that didn't want to talk to me, but I basically went over to him. I said, listen, Rock Christ is a total bitch. This guy's coming on my channel, and he's leaving comments that can't be responded to. Now, I also believe he's starting to come on with his troll channels, and if it's not him, it's somebody like him. And they think they can just come on here and talk to people and say, well, this guy's an idiot, and he's not really about love, but I can show you. Everybody can show you, okay? They're all smarter. Everybody's smarter. Why are you around me? Go build this up on your own. You got tags. You can make your own videos and put tags on them. You don't need me. The problem with what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of most of the dogmatic, idealistic principles, and I'm showing you what it is without having to throw a label on it. I'm giving you origins. I'm giving you ways to look through the muck. Especially with this stuff, all you guys are talking about family. I'm from this family. Well, if you're from this family, go show me the hard proof. And I'm not talking about later stuff. Like here, he's like, Eric, you got smoked. And again, they all purposely spell my name wrong, which is fine. You can't figure out anything else. So, I mean, how can you even figure out how to spell my name? Let's just keep going. So he's in here. I want to get to the real stuff where God's anointed him. I'm going to have to get up here a little more. But yeah, he went on here, and Raw came in here for a little while too. And obviously, you guys must realize eventually I'm going to block them. I wanted them here for you to look at them and see them talking so that you can understand. Everybody's talking about killing, kill. And this one dude, I'm a god. Well, I mean, if you're a Satanist here, you're already using a sigil. I mean, isn't that what a Satan is? It's God worshiping him. It's man worshiping himself as a god. Your mind worshiping. Abba. Foss. You're so funny, dude. And it's funny because you guys can't get out of the Bible. And not only that, you're using somebody's like third, he's taken like 4 other people's ideas, wrapped them all together, and then try to make them a religion. And then they get people like you who are just, then they call themselves out. There's nothing here that I'm saying that is hateful. And this is what you are. You're the venomous snake. Okay, I might be a snake because that's wisdom. It's the serpent on the towel, and I'm fine with that. And your serpent tongue projects it with every sentence. Projects it. This whole sentence is your projection. The very sentence itself is you. Papacy law, is that what you're talking about? Core yourself in a wall, hell-bound heart. Yeah, oh yeah. Like hell's even real, dude. There's nothing more powerful. Until you understand what the Jewish religion is, the Judaic religion, which is not a race, but it is a religion, then you're not going to understand anything. If you take it at its pure form with the symbol that you guys call Jehovah, which you put a name to, or some do, here it is. Here's the lovely message. Covenant of cunts. And mind you, he is full of this great spirit of God, and he's quoting to you scripture. These are the absolute definitions of individuals that are mentally ill. They're insane. They are taking something that is supposed to be beautiful, and they are going out and around, and they're taking parts of some dude that wrote an essay, or he wrote a theory, and he got a following. Especially when I'm looking, they got the Urantia book and all this shit. They're taking very new data stuff, and they're going back to not even the oldest works, but just what they think are the oldest to them, because they can't research any farther. They're not reading hard enough, and they're holding on to some kind of weird, insane thing that they've read from some kind of guru. And this is, prevalent. I mean, it is prevalent, and there are some mass movements. We can name some of them. Now, be careful here. Nation of Islam in America. Dishwasher wrote it in like the 50s. Then he disappeared. Scientology. He hung out for a while. And he's like, tubal came, ropes, and look at it. It's going to be the great rape of all you apes. So again, he's like he's just like the black Hebrew, Israelite guys that are movement. I don't know if you guys remember the war I went through with them. One of my good trolls sent me a video of this guy talking to a little girl on the other side of the fence, and he was talking about when we take over, we're going to be raping you. You're going to be our slaves. And I know this may seem harsh to people, but this is what these people are like. And unless we shed this, we can't get to the inner core of the beauty and love of truth. These people are the ones that have hate in their hearts. You cannot get the secrets. You cannot attain this enlightenment. Another guy that's putting me down, I'll get to him in a second, came on talking to one of my friends, and he's like, oh, the inner child, this and that. But he started talking about the inner child by insulting me. And I'm like, I just don't get it. So here he is. So Nobody, which is a troll account, and Clean eternal. See, this isn't the one. He had a. I don't know where it is. I can't. It should have already came up. And I notice he's like a lot of his comments are disappearing as he says them. Let's see what we got here. Hey Eric, here I am again. Your good buddy who gets all crazy. Hey, there's Raw, dude. Yeah. Jesus Akbar, Uranus bless America. Just stupid shit. Stupid shit over and over again. This is you, Kookie baby. Just total stupid shit. It's a religion. It's not even a race. So you're calling people, oh, you've got a big nose, blah, blah, blah. Just stupid shit. These guys have been brawling all day, man. I'm going to have to go over this tomorrow, guys. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Right. Oh, here he is, down here at the bottom. So he's not even saying... There were a bunch of crazy shit he was posting earlier, all insults, and I couldn't respond to him. And basically, that's what these people do. And this is just the first thing, so I've let them out of their little cage. They're animals. They're the same as the animals that they're calling it. Anybody that has a racial hate in their heart, that is looking and praying and hoping and yearning and constantly, focusing on the death of other people and their children, has a mental illness. It is not with God. Now, we know that there's evil, and we want the human race to be freed from it. But it doesn't, of course, the violence is coming regardless because of the way that the media is portraying everything, and you can see what's happening. But there's an inner core that if they get together, like I've been saying in the beginning, and get into your communities, get into the society around you, and really love one another, you will see the beauty of this world. And it's surrounded by a lot of bad, but there's more good than bad. It just we have to wake up the good people to actually be living in action and love. So this is a long-winded one. Most of you probably won't get through it. But what I'm going to start doing is now just actually breaking down exactly what they're saying. And where, I'm going to research where these things come from that they're talking about, because I've been out of this stuff for a long time. I was like, when they're talking to me about, Noah's Ark and stuff, and then he's like, no, you get it, right? You see, you get it. No, bro, you don't get it. Hey, Eric, I've just taken an advanced course of Ninja. This is a term Chinese martial arts group in the style of practice of ninja, usually translated as internal martial arts occupied with spiritual, mental, external focus, and psychological eyes with distinct taste. I went to the Taoist Institute of North Hollywood, and I took, for a little while, Taoist Kung Fu mixed with Chinese Kempo, but it's based on internal focus. I also studied under Master Li Min Chi, 7 animal forms, 18 traditional weapons, and of course dealt with the Qigong. I've taken Shotokan Karate, the swords, I've done Tai Chi Kwan sword, Kendo, and foil. I'm also basically pretty good with nunchucks, pretty easy stuff. But yeah, so, and the internal is not just that. I've also done a lot of meditation. I just did it because I was young and I had another friend that would teach me how to do it. And again, I've explained that in a couple of videos. I usually do it laying down. It just is more comfortable for me because I have pretty big feet. So I can do it like the people that do the karate seating position. I can do, but I have to do that at the beach. And actually, the first time I did it was amazing. I should go to it more often, but I usually do it laying down. Or I was thinking, of course, of getting obviously meditation pillow and pad. And I also like fire breathing, the Indian fire breathing for epiphanies. No hate. I'm just, if you're acting like an ass, I'm going to call you out for it. He's been acting like an ass. I mean, one minute he's a nice guy, then he says really crazy shit. And yes, I know he's being honest, but at the same time. So, very good. I would recommend getting out of all this. I would take yoga, and I mean real yoga. Find a real yoga master, and I would get into Chinese kung fu, and that's where you use fingers. You start off by leaning your fingers on the wall. You have finger technique, knuckle technique, wrist technique, elbow technique, forearm technique, shoulder, your forehead. You pretty much use every part of your body. It's a lot of joint locking, a lot of breaks, multiple breaks. Like a basic attack would break your part of your hand, your wrist, your elbow, and dislocate your shoulder. It should be like in a one move type thing. These are the kind of things you should be looking at, because it's not a game. It's not like a sport. It's if your family's being hurt, or if you're in a situation where somebody's trying to kill you. Much love to everybody. And the eternal art just allows you to feel them internally before they come near you, so you can feel that violent negative energy very far away. That's why I feel people like this guy. That's why I know he's nuts right away. I guess I'll go look at the video. I'm sure it's heartwarming and very loving. Talk to you later.